Hello, this is the third video that I've done now. I'm 3 weeks, just over 3 weeks post-op, and I'm getting on really well. In fact, I think I'm getting on a bit too well. I'm doing too many things. I've been cooking, cleaning. I've even driven the car today. I went out in the car, I drove down to the shops, I did some shopping, I went out to make a shake. I love milkshake, I drink way too much of it. I went to the zoo yesterday and it was absolutely scorching. Perfect time to get a suntan, but I kept the old scar hidden away because I don't think it's fully healed yet. I'm still keeping the dressings on for the next couple of weeks. Just making a cup of tea before I go to bed. I've run out of tea bags as well, that's no good. I'm an avid tea drinker. I was in hospital. See, Stanmore, they made really good tea. And that for me made all the difference during my stay. I don't think that would bother many people, but I have to have a good brew, otherwise I'm not happy. So I always drink Twinings. If you're going to have a cup of tea, you might as well have the best. Thought I'd like to mention as well, I quit smoking before my op, and I stopped drinking before my operation. Now, I recommend anyone going for surgery. Technically, you actually don't need to change your lifestyle. Surgeons actually don't advise on any health regimes or anything to change. Some say, you know, sort of just look after yourself a bit more, but most don't. But I will give you some tips. If you're due to go to surgery, then I would say 4 weeks before your surgery date, you should try to pack up smoking. I found quitting smoking was incredibly difficult, but I'm looking at my health and the future. And you know, that was enough to drive me to quit smoking, and I've smoked for 8 years, so I'm glad I quit smoking. It was very difficult. Alcohol, that's another one. That's one that you should definitely try and stop. I'd say alcohol, the last drop should be 2 weeks before the operation, and no more after that. Leading up to your operation, 1 week before, what you need to do is to make your recovery go better, and to prevent sickness in hospital, which is what you want to avoid anyway. You need to gradually bring your stomach off of complex carbohydrates, you know, starchy, slodgy, high fat foods. Stay away from processed foods, so no microwave meals, because they're generally high in sugar, high in salt, so you want to come away from them. Avoid things like pasta, potatoes, cheese. You want to sort of get away from these foods because you don't want to go into hospital to have an operation with anything in your digestive system. So try eating things like fish, which is full of protein and omega-3. Salad, I mean, salad's not filling. I could eat a whole bowl of it, it doesn't fill me up. So nuts, cashew nuts, salted peanuts, they're very good for you, high in fibre. Hold on, I need to get a spoon. Lots of tea. I wouldn't say green tea. Green tea is horrible, it's disgusting. I don't know how anyone drinks it. Coffee is very good for you as well. Cut out sugary drinks, get rid of Coke, don't drink Coke. Fruit juice is fine. Basically, you just want to sort of, the week before, you just want to get your body into shape, get yourself prepared. No nicotine, no alcohol, sleep well, eat well, go out, go do some jogging, kick a football around, play some tennis, get active. As I say, I'm 3 weeks post-op, and I'm doing pretty much everything. I'm not restricted. I do have this, which is a grabber. Now, I had to pay for this. I'm not bothered. It was only £8. Now, it looks like a pooper scooper. So I don't particularly like carrying it around. And in fact, I actually don't need it. I only needed it for the first 2 weeks. Then after that, I didn't. But basically, if you drop something on the floor, like a sock or a piece of clothing or Twinings tea bags, you can use a grabber to pick them up. I'm a bit sarky in today's video. That's probably because I've had a very, very good weekend. And I don't know how long it's been going on, 5 minutes 44. Yeah, I've had a great weekend, and I'm hoping that I can help as many of you on the Scoliosis support forum as possible. I want to help people through the journey, fears for surgery. Now, I know that there's a couple of you that are due to have surgery within the next month, 2 months, 3 months, and let me tell you, you are probably worrying far more than you need to. You will go through surgery, you're going to be very nervous. On the morning of the operation, it doesn't matter why I say in this video now, you will be nervous. But rest assured, once you've had your pre-med and your wheel down to surgery, they'll take your mind off of it. The moment they put that cannula in and put the anaesthetic in, that's it. It's just, from that point onwards, you've only got to deal with recovery. So try to break down your worries. Don't tackle everything as one go. Just worry about the recovery, you know, how you're going to manage, and get things in place. You know, unfortunately, as you can no doubt see, I'm alone. I don't have anyone around at the moment. So the house is empty. I've got to do cleaning and cooking and things, but just make the necessary arrangements. Honestly, surgery is I guess slightly misunderstood, because let's think of it like this. It doesn't matter whether you're having surgery on your finger, your arm, your leg. All surgery where you're put to sleep is the same. You know, it's the same thing. You're put to sleep, you wake up. What they do while you're asleep is, you know, is irrelevant really, because there are risks with surgery. Now, I'll give you some factual information. The risks of things like paralysis are incredibly rare. It was more common 10, 15, 20 years ago. The evolution of the equipment that they've got is phenomenal. I can't describe it to you. They use electrical signals that run from your legs up through your spinal column to the back of your neck. And while they're operating on you, while they're correcting your spine or kyphosis or doing any adjustments, they monitor that continually. And the minute they see any fluctuations in the electrical pulses, they stop. So the risk of paralysis is incredibly low. It still does exist, so please, please, please don't, don't completely push it out of your mind. It does happen, but it's incredibly rare, very, very rare. And usually the paralysis cases, there have been underlying factors that have perpetuated. More commonly is a loss of sensation. You can get some nerves that might become trapped or damaged, so you can find that certain areas of your back you lose feeling. You may lose feeling in your arm, your leg, depending on obviously the nerves that do get trapped. That is more common but still quite rare. You will, if you're having obviously your fusion done, you will lose sensation in your back. With 3 weeks, if I touch the middle of my back, I can't feel it. I've lost all the feeling in my back, which to be honest, it doesn't really bother me. It feels weird when you rest against something, but you learn to cope and eventually you don't even notice. The most significant risks are risks of infection. That is the thing that, you know, people should take into consideration. Stop worrying about things like paralysis and things like that. You know, incredibly rare. They're doing these operations every single day, and you have to remember that spinal surgeons and anaesthetists and things like that are you know, they've had more than 10 years training, and that's just training before they're allowed to carry out the operations. So you're in the best hands, so don't worry about that. Infection is something to take into consideration. Stanmore, if you're having the operation at Stanmore, you'll be pleased to hear that they've got one of the lowest MRSA rates. In fact, it's extremely low. It does happen still, so take some wipes with you, some hand wipes, hand gel, some antiseptic skin wipes, just to keep yourself clean, helps reduce the risk of infection. And, you know, alert family members and friends or anyone that may visit you not to come if they're feeling slightly under the weather, if they've got a cold. Don't let anyone come unless they're feeling, you know, completely free of illness. Also let them know if they've had any illness within the last 2 weeks, not to come and visit you. You want to minimise the chance of infection, and it's unfair to spread anything to anyone else on the ward. So again, this is just another sort of general video. I've taken 10 minutes to make this tea now, and I'm hoping it's a good tea. I've let it brew. What's the sugar? So again, you can add me on Facebook. Search me as Daniel Foley. Just so you spell my last name right, it's Foley. I am more than happy. I'm 20 minutes from Stanmore. I live 20 minutes from Stanmore. Talk about convenience. So I am more than happy to come and visit. So if any of you need support, if you need a shoulder, if you need a shoulder to cry on, if you need someone to talk to, I'm here. You know, drop me a message. You can have my phone number. You can have me on Facebook, and I'll answer any questions that you've got. What I'll do is I will show you some nifty uses for the grabber. Right, so some of you may come out of hospital and think, right, okay, so if we look, right, I've got a spoon here. Oh dear. I've dropped the spoon on the floor. Now, there's no way I can bend over and pick that up, right, so what I do is I take the grabber, I grab the spoon like so, and I can either put it in the sink or I can put it in the dishwasher. But I'm not going to do that because that's lazy and a waste on the environment. So, there we go. Talk about skill. Anyway, I've got a nice cup of tea to finish drinking, so yeah, so that's well, this is another video, and I hope and wish you all the best, all of you that are having surgery. I wish you the best of luck. Oh God, it's getting a bit dark. Yeah, so if you need anything, give me a shout in the forum. Take care. Bye.